I've been working on this bad boy, which I think is going to be like a piratey, maybe steampunk, I'm not sure, blaster. I started this months ago and completely forgot about it, and then somebody posted one of these where they had put a new front end on it, and it reminded me that I had it sitting in the box, so I've pulled it out. I can't work out what to do, which is why I'm doing the live. I cut that out as well. I think it might be a little bit boring. So yeah, I'm just trying to work out what to do before I glue it all together and then sand it. Yeah, I can't help feel that the muzzle should be wider than the barrel, not smaller than the barrel. Looks kind of weird. And I was thinking of taking the blade off, but I have carved a slot into the front, so I can't even do that now. It's sort of stuck with having to join it. Hey Patrick, one of my favorite internety people. How you going, buddy? I'm not feeling it, I need help. Are you waiting on liquid nails drying as well, Cole? Waiting on paint drying is the pits. If you could just crack on, you would get a commission done in no time, but it takes ages, obviously. I was gonna turn it into a piratey thing as well, and I found this, but it looks stupid because the hammer's there, obviously. Keep the PVC. Okay, Bren. Oh, hi Lee. Yeah, thanks for the gauges. That's awesome. I'll definitely take those off your hands. That's a great idea, Bren. Yeah, like slice them open and slot them over, maybe to bring the size up. Is that what you mean? I'm just trying to catch up with the comments. Oh, hey Ethan. Yeah, the blade's fitting okay. It could have fit slightly better, but because of these holes, there's a little gap, but what can you do? I like that idea about the fitting it over. Make the flintlock functional. I'm doing no internal work whatsoever. This is purely aesthetic. You know me, Cole. I know nothing. I need Alice and the like to teach me the magic, but I don't have time. I'm literally doing this so I've got something nerfy to put on my YouTube channel, because I realize it's getting a bit board game heavy. So that is why. Oh, flaring bike horn. Do you know what? I actually had that thought last night, and the only thing that I can find that was flaring is like a sewing machine thing, and it didn't fit, because I had that very thought about the blunderbuss. You really need that sort of curve on the end as well, don't you, for a blunderbuss? Heat gun flare. Oh, that's true. I never thought of that, actually. That's the only piece I've got. And you know what the sucks about that? It was this long and I cut it down thinking that would look better sticking out, and then I immediately regretted it. So otherwise, yeah, I could have done the I could have melted it and done the flare that way. Ugh, now you make me wish I had the flintlock. Maybe I should wait until I get some more PVC, because I do like that idea, a bit chunky, because I want it to look like a pirate pistol, so that would be perfect, right? I think if it was steampunk, that part sticking out once it was painted wouldn't look that bad. I don't want it to look like I've stuck a hair roller to the end, is the thing. So I could bring it up using another piece like somebody said. Was it Bren? Yeah, Bren. Yeah, that's true. If you botch it up, you can always just redo it, can't you? I was Cole saying, nope, don't do it. I'm doing it. Just to see. The overall theme I'm going for, Lee, is hopefully some kind of piratey pistol, and yeah, probably a steampunk pirate pistol. I like a bit of steampunk, as you probably all know. Changes the holes slightly, obviously, when you do that, but what do we think, even though the holes are partially covered? It's definitely brought it up a little bit more flush. Hey, Melita. I hope I've said that right. Have a good day or night, wherever you are. And thank you. I wonder if I've got something I could zhuzh that bit up a bit and then just leave the two lots of holes. Oh, hey, Martin. I suppose we could keep building it up. I say we, because I feel like you're working on it with me. Any questions or anything you want to ask me while I'm here, you can. It doesn't need to be related to this. I realise this is a bit boring because it's basically me just faffing on like I tend to while I'm waiting on other things drying. Robust Dainty. Robust Dainty sounds like a great name for this blaster. This is a good trick, by the way. I should have mentioned, if you're doing PVC or anything round like that and you need it to have like a lip like it might be a sword, you just slice it and then slot it over. It will just leave a little gap, but you can fill it, and that's the best way to get it to fit perfectly over another circle. How much prep goes into a new gun before you even cut materials? Well, usually I sand it before I've begun, but as you can see, it's nice and glossy still. I haven't even done that. So sanding it usually takes a while because I like to get in as much as I possibly can. If I'm taking it apart, which I don't do very often, then it's going to take even longer. Making sure everything's where it should be when I've put it back. This one here, I've spent a couple of hours on it from memory last time I had it out, and then I forgot about it. So I'm still rooting for that ramrod idea. Did a little work on the faux grip tape. Yeah. What are you saying, Cole? Going back to real life. All right, well, it was nice of you to drop in. I shall take what you've said on board perhaps for my next one, because I just want to get this done so I've got something for my YouTube channel. I don't want it to become a board gaming channel, because that's not what I'm about. So that's half what I'm about. Yeah, so prepping a blaster is, the sanding is the worst. Like if you can get someone to sand it for you, do that, because that is the pits. That just needs to be sanded flatter. But it's brought it out. What do we think? Obviously before I glue it, I'll move it around as much as I can to make sure that it's as neat as I can, but I kind of like those little ridges. And once that was sanded flush to the PVC, I might do my little trick with the faux strapping here as well. So I've got a little piece of foam. Yeah, to cover any little gaps. If you've got a little bit of foam, which is more durable than you would expect, it's a really cool way to do it. And then you just make it look like leather when you paint it. So this gap here, for example, you could glue that around. I'll stop there. Gives it a bit more texture as well. That's going to be super boring when you paint it. Yeah, you know what, Josh, I actually did one of them years ago. The Borderlands blade pistol. I did a little stand and everything for it, and somebody bought it. Yeah, the blade on that one was massive though. It came all the way out, not just a little tiny blade like this one. Yeah, that blaster's probably in my photo album, Josh, if you have a look. And if not, just go on my website and type in Borderlands and it'll bring up all the Borderlands mods that I've done, which have been many in number. Got my little boxes of Greeblies. I don't want to just stick gauges on it because that's my pet hate. Or gears, I should say. I hate it when I see a steampunk blaster and they go, steampunk! No! Oh, hey, John. Yeah, I know, I've been really bad with the board game stuff, haven't I? Naughty, naughty. It's just because I play board games more than I mod Nerf, if you know what I mean, because most of the commissions that I get now are nothing to do with Nerf. They're usually cosplay props. So I'm not doing the Nerf as much as I would usually be doing it. I'm literally doing this one for my channel. It's not a commission. I'm not doing it for myself. I'm just doing it so there's some Nerf content. I think I've mentioned before, but just for anyone new who hasn't seen one of my other videos, these things, the emery sticks that you do your nails with, they're fantastic for getting the text off Nerf blasters. Yeah, the emery boards are fantastic, John. Really, really good. And like you say, super cheap as well. Lets you get into all the nooks and crannies when you're sanding. So are you working anything on anything, John? Since you've mentioned your emery boards. I know we've got two Johns. I know John isn't working on anything other than awesome concepts right now. I can't mount the blade further forward than the muzzle now, John, because I have done this. If we can see this, hopefully on camera. I've cut a huge swathing gap into the front of the blaster, and that slots into it just to give it a bit more strength when I glue it. So that is why I cannot move it forward. And I also cut it to fit into there as well. So Yeah, I can't move it forward, sadly. Sean, what games are you playing at the moment? Do you mean video games or board games? Video games at the moment, I'm embarrassed to say I'm addicted to Animal Crossing Pocket Camp on the phone. I am a stupidly high level because I'm an Animal Crossing addict. So every time one comes out, I get totally addicted to it. Other than that, the last game I played was the new Uncharted, the one with Chloe. And I finished that. That was fantastic. What an awesome game. Board games, the last game that I played was last night. I started Pandemic Legacy Season 2 and it was awesome. And am I excited about Last Jedi? Cam, you know me in real life. Oh, you know that I'm excited. I cannot wait. I booked those tickets the day they went on sale. I'm super excited. Super duper excited. Oh, Needs of the One, hey! Oh, that's lovely of you to pop by here. I appreciate that. No, I'm not modding a board game. I'm trying to keep my Nerf up because my channel is turning into a board game channel, and I'm half Nerf. I need to be upping my Nerf game. Otherwise, my Nerf followers are going to be disappointed, and I don't want that because they have stuck with me for years. So yeah, that's why I'm doing this one. Yeah, I love Pandemic. Pandemic is actually my favorite game of all time. Regular Pandemic. I'm like Z Garcia in that regard. I find it difficult to think anyone could beat that game. Anything else could beat that game for me. I love it. I think it's just a perfectly balanced, fun game. Pandemic Legacy Season 2, without giving any spoilers away. Whew, it was harder than Season 1. So I'm wondering whether the rest of the game will be harder as well, or if it was just that first month. Other than Pandemic, I've been playing Ethnos, which is really cool, despite how boring it looks. Nerf Mancer, if you'd like to see some of my paint jobs. Oh, awesome. I shall indeed. And you should post that link onto the Geeky Blinders Facebook group so that the other Nerfers in there can also have a look. That's my private group here on Facebook. You can just find it down the side of the page where it says groups. And they're all absolutely lovely in there. Give you some good feedback. Totally agree about Ethnos, Delton. Definitely. It took me ages to buy it because you probably haven't seen the video, the acquisitions video I did, but I said in that I'm totally shallow. Like, if a game looks cute, there's more chance I'm going to buy it. And Ethnos was just not grabbing me at all. But I got a super cheap deal on it, so I bought it and then played it and was like, oh, that's why everybody loves it. Yeah, really good. Looks aren't everything, hey. I guess you'll see when we're painting it what I've done. I still like the blunderbuss idea. If I had the PVC, I would definitely do that. Would you consider doing a Nerf mod based on something from one of your favorite board games? Do you know what? I have actually thought of that, John. And nothing has sprung to mind that has grabbed me enough. But yes, I definitely would. I want to do some board game mods. Like I did the, I did prop weapons from Mice and Mystics. So I got the Mice and Mystics cards with the weaponry art on them, and I made full-size human versions of those, and that was a lot of fun. So I would like to do more of that, for sure. Giant Killer Robots. Is that Kickstarter that has the pieces in it that are like this big? Like they're massive. I think that's what it is. I remember seeing it. Yeah, that's the one, yep. I remember seeing it, that looked epic. I'm waiting on some Kickstarters arriving as well, but we shall see if they actually arrive on time. I'm still trying to get back $240 from a Kickstarter that's driving me crazy right now, but they don't want to give me a refund, so. And that is a lot of money to lose. That's a lot of board games. yeah, their customer service is ouch. They just do not care, basically. Do not care at all. Are you going for like a wasteland? Like, no, the theme on this one I'm thinking is just steampunk, Travis. I suppose you could, yeah, you could go for that wasteland look, couldn't you, with the blade on it? That would work as well. Maybe I'll change my mind. The reason I was going for a steampunk is purely selfish, because of all the videos on my channel, I've noticed the steampunk ones do the best. And there is nothing worse than doing a video that's taken you days and then all the editing and then you get 60 views. It's soul destroying. So I'm basically playing to the audience with the steampunk thing, because I think my other steampunk ones had 16,000 views or something. Oh, thanks, John. Yeah, that Dauntless did turn out really nice. Even I liked that one, and I'm not usually a fan of my own stuff, but yeah, I like that one as well. Alice messaged me and said how much she liked it, basically. And I like doing random acts of kindness when I can afford it, which is just doing something nice for someone else, a stranger or whatever. And I thought, well, rather I could sell it, but the joy that she is going to get from having it would far outweigh any money that I could get for it. So I sent it to her. And that video that she made was freaking adorable. She's a lovely, lovely girl. And very clever with the Nerf modding. The flat mav will be an inspiration for one I'll build eventually, but without the panels. Oh, yeah, the flat mav was pretty cool. That was a cool steampunk blaster. Obviously just didn't work. It was prop only. So we need to vote, don't we? Because this started off, it was going to be a pirate blaster. So like a steampunk pirate blaster. You get the final say. Oh, who knows? It'll probably come back and it won't look anything like anything. I would like to get some more of this because I've run out, and flare it out at the end, like somebody suggested in the other one. I think it was Bren, to make it sort of muskety. There will be yet more double strikes, and the good thing about the double strike is it's cheap. So, oh, anyway, I suppose I should go. I don't want to bore you to tears. I've got to finish painting that hammer, and then I'll crack on with this and see what happens. The only reason I don't mod more is because some modders now are doing Nerf commissions for less than I can buy the blaster for here in Australia with materials. So I would literally be working for days and then having to sell it for less than it cost me, if you know what I mean. So that's why I'm not doing as many Nerf commissions. It's just not viable. I would love to do that. If I was rich, I would do that. It wouldn't be a problem at all. I'd love to give stuff away, but I can only afford to do that now and again, like with the Dauntless. I'd love to see a painting video. If I paint this, John, I will, I'll film it so that people can see how it was done. It's not a problem. Sean Berry, I can't tell whether you're being facetious or or whether that's real, because I don't think it was that great of a stream, but thank you very much. All right, we'll see what happens with this one. You'll no doubt see the video of it, and I'll probably stick this one up on YouTube, edited anyway. Yeah, all right, well, it sounds like you all had a reasonably good time, so that's the main thing. I'm gonna go finish doing that and crack on with this, and we'll see what happens, unless I wait to get the extra barrel, the longer barrel. Thanks for joining me, guys. I really, really appreciate it. All right, guys, cheers. Thanks very much. I will see you online, I guess. Bye-bye.